They call it the big time. Got your name in lights. Now you're gonna shine. Got them in your sights.
You're just trying to find a way out. I don't want to tell you how to live, but I just don't want you to miss. And I don't mean to scare you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the broadcast booth here at Boswell Stadium. It's the Joshua Owls on top of your Grapevine Mustangs 1-0 in the area round of the Texas High School Baseball Playoffs. It's all coming to you next live on Mustang Baseball Tonight on Tradio.
Go ball! Get out of here! Get out of here! Oh, get deep! Get deep! Be deep! Oh. 2 balls, 1 strike on Jared Boswell, the junior, the first baseman for the Mustangs.
Yeah, sorry.
Hadn't been in a bigger spot in his life. Oh, he hit one! He burned him!
Ball!
He burned him! Let's go! He burned him!
Yeah!
We got a ball game! Mustangs are state champions!
I love it, Trey!
Oh my God!
Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio begins now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome onto the campus of Boswell High School for Game 2 of the second round of the 5A Texas High School Baseball Playoffs as the winners of Region 1 District 6, your Grapevine Mustangs, take on the winners of Region 1 District 8, the Joshua Owls, in Game 2 of the 3-game set. Hunter Paris alongside my broadcast partner, Jeff Knipper. And Jeff, this is a clash of two very good teams. Obviously, Joshua got the big win last night, 5-3 in Game 1. What does Grapevine need to do to even this series up?
Well, the Mustangs just need to get back to playing Mustang baseball, and that means making the plays defensively. They had some costly errors last night. Looking at the box score, I didn't realize it until I saw it, but all 5 runs that the Owls had were unearned. It was only 3 errors, but they were just costly errors at the wrong time. So the Mustangs need to come out and play good defensively. And then on the mound, Luke pitched well. They had some balls that fell that weren't exactly hit hard. We are going to see a little bit of a change up here. Lolly Esquivel is going to be on the mound today, and we saw Lolly pitch Game 2, came in relief against Brewer, and actually went 4 2/3 inning, pitched really well to hold the Mustangs in that game and allow them to win it in 11 innings. Lolly went 4 2/3, only gave up 1 earned run and had 8 strikeouts. So we know Lolly can be very effective on the mound, and that's what we expect tonight. And then at the plate, just not necessarily the Mustangs need to have more hits. They just need to execute better offensively. Several spots last night, we had a runner at third base in less than 2 outs, and weren't able to push that run across. In that situation, you don't necessarily need a base hit. Any ball driven to the outfield is typically going to score that run. So just execute, get the base runners again. We had 9 hits last night. So offensively, normally we would expect a little more run production with 9 hits. The Mustangs have responded all season. Obviously, they've only lost 3 games all year, so no back-to-back losses, and I don't expect that trend to be broken tonight. If the Mustangs come out and play like we know they can, I would expect to be back here tomorrow for Game 3 in this series. And just looking at Joshua's season as a whole, I feel like if the Mustangs can get to a Game 3, we should have the advantage from a pitching standpoint. I just see some trends in their games when Cody Rogers, today's starter, when he's not on the mound, or Jackson Philpott, it looks like they've got some high-scoring games. They're giving up a lot of runs, which suggests the pitching depth behind those two may be a little suspect. So hopefully we can get to that Game 3 and see if my theory is accurate.
Yeah, you would have to think for Grapevine that Ben Chen would get the call tomorrow if Grapevine is able to force it to a Game 3. So a huge game tonight. You would have to think that Grapevine would have the edge in that Game 3 if they are able to get to it. But they need a win tonight. Like you mentioned, Jeff, only 3 losses on this 2025 campaign, 30 games, 27-3. Unbelievable record for these Grapevine Mustangs this year as they try to defend their state title. Going to be a fun one tonight. Pleased to be alongside Jeff, and just looking forward to a great night of baseball as the umpires are taking the field right now. We're about to get a coaches meeting. As you see both coaches meeting at home plate. You know, both these teams have been great, but Jeff, I don't think it's crazy to say that if Joshua was to get this win tonight and eliminate Grapevine from the playoffs, that is somewhat of a big upset.
Yeah, the Mustangs are ranked number 1 in the state in 5A, and it would be an upset, but, you know, in baseball, in a 2 out of 3 series, anything can happen. And the Owls went 11-1 in their district. They're used to winning just like the Mustangs are. Not, you know, to the same extent. Certainly, they're not coming off a state championship like the Mustangs are. But once you get to the playoffs, everybody starts with a clean slate. So, Coach Webster talked about that before the Brewer series. You know, that 25-2 record going into the Brewer series didn't mean anything when that series started.
You're exactly right, Jeff, as we'll get into tonight's starting lineups. First for Joshua, leading off is the shortstop, Nate Chittum. Batting second, number 23, Hank Berkner. Batting third, number 1, Gavin Massey, and also at first base. Behind the plate tonight and batting cleanup, number 14, Trevor Hernandez. Batting fifth, number 21, Hunter Strabeck. Batting sixth, number 9, Landon Lilligore. Batting seventh, number 5, Thomas Rodriguez. Batting eighth, number 22, Callan Wisenat. He's the designated hitter. And batting ninth, a guy that had a very positive impact on this baseball game last night for the Joshua Owls, number 2, Cooper Bosher, is in left field. Starting pitcher tonight is number 20, Cody Rogers, as you mentioned earlier, Jeff. And, Jeff, if you'd like to lead us in the Grapevine lineup.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to see a little different lineup tonight for the Mustangs. Luke Escobar will be out in left field leading off, so that's no change there. Zach Goldstein will be in center, batting second. Jarrett Boswell at first base, batting third. We got Lolly on the mound in the cleanup spot as usual, but in the 5 hole we have Gianni Corral behind the plate. No change there. We've got Colin Park today, who will shift over to third base for Lolly. He'll be in the 6 hole tonight. We've got Thomas Powers DHing. We've got Connor Ray at shortstop in the 8 hole. And then we've got Brady Boozer in right field batting 9th. Will Newton will play second base, and he will be DH for by Thomas Powers. So a little bit of a couple of lineup changes tonight for the Mustang. We've seen Will Newton come in at second base, made a really nice play in that Brewer series. We know Colin can play third base. He's been the third baseman every time Lolly goes to the mound, so no concerns there about Colin playing third base. It's just you make the plays that the Mustangs have made all year. Looking back at district action, the Mustangs were averaging a half an error per game, and last night they had 3. And that's going to happen occasionally, but just get back to playing good fundamental baseball, and offensively and defensively. When you get the runner to third base with less than 2 outs, you've got to have contact there. That's strikeouts are the pitcher's best friend. And if you remember, when he got in a tight spot, Jackson Philbach came out. We had a runner at third with nobody out, and he struck out the next 3 hitters, and that was very costly for the Mustangs.
It's 71 degrees out here at Pioneer Stadium on the campus of Boswell High School, a beautiful high school campus here. A beautiful football stadium right next door from where we're broadcasting right now. It is a little bit windy tonight, 10-mile-an-hour winds coming from the north, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays a factor in tonight's ball game.
Yeah, it's pretty similar to last night. I don't see the ball carrying well to right. You can see that flag blowing pretty much straight in out there in right center. But Jared Boswell did hit a ball to the fence out there last night early in the game that carried better than I would have thought. But you noticed the outfielders were able to play a little closer in because that ball was just not carrying well at all.
Grapevine has to take advantage of those runners in scoring position early in this one. Want to get out ahead and not look back. Grapevine, they're back against the wall, down 1-0 in this series. If they lose, they are eliminated from the Texas 5A baseball playoffs. And, this team has the potential. If they can get out of here, they got a real potential to make a run all the way. So Grapevine trying to fulfill their hopes and dreams as we go into game 2 tonight here in the second round of area.
I have a feeling that the Owls' starting pitcher, Cody Rogers, is going to look a little like Jackson Philpott. He's a right-hander, not the biggest kid. Coach mentioned that their pitching is not overpowering, but they throw a lot of strikes. We also saw Philpott last night use his slider very effectively. I have a feeling Cody Rogers may try the same approach because they did have some success with that approach.
And he said that they may look similar. Well, everybody for Joshua looks similar with that blonde hair they got in the playoffs.
That's true. It's hard to pick one from the other. Just looking at the box score from last night, they only had 2 guys with multi-hits, and it was the 6-hole hitter, Landon Lilligore, who had 2 hits, and then the 9-hole, Cooper Bosher, you mentioned him, he had 2 hits. So the damage was done a lot in the bottom half of their lineup.
Interesting to see how Lally Esquivel will attack these hitters early on. Starting lineups being introduced.
Adding 6 to third baseman, Colin Park. Adding 7, the designated hitter, Thomas Powers. Adding 8, the shortstop, Connor Ray. Adding 9, the right fielder, Brady Boozer. And playing second base, Will Newton. Reserve players: Derek Young, Reed Windham, Sam Guevara, Andres Martinez, Glenn Schwartz, Denny Slippa, Ben Finn, Jackson Papadakis, Max Dalkey, Jack Pettigrew, Connor McDermott, and Ryan Banshaw.
We'll go ahead and continue to step aside as it's national anthem time here at Pioneer Stadium.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps for the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
You know, Will, last night we mentioned the crowd was late arriving, but they're here on time and most of them early today. The bleachers are already full, and we've got standing room only again.
Yeah, it's split right down the middle, 50-50. Half the crowd is red and blue. The other half is all black.
And my apologies.
Yeah, I know. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Last series I worked with Will,
Shout out to Will Connerly. He's listening out there.
Will's, I'm sure, following the Mustangs. I know he enjoyed the games that he did.
Lolly Esquivel, you see on your screen there, warming up.
Yeah, for those out there that haven't seen Lolly pitch before, he's around 90, 91. That's where he was at in the Brewer series. Has a good curveball to go along with that. But if he has a chance, he'll just try and throw a fastball by you if he feels like you're going to have trouble catching up with it.
And Mustangs are going to need a strong performance out of him tonight. Looking to even this series up at 1-1 to set up a date for tomorrow afternoon here at 1 o'clock at Pioneer Stadium. Leading off for Joshua will be number 4, Nate Chittum, who's starting at shortstop tonight.
Yeah, Chittum was I believe he only had one hit last night, but just seemed to be a pesky out at the plate. Took a lot of deep counts.
First pitch from Esquivel denied. Is up high for a ball.
Yeah, Chittum went 1 for 3 last night with a walk, so he did get on base 2 out of 4 plate appearances.
Esquivel kicks and fires, and that's in there for a strike. A lot more noticeable strike call out of this umpire tonight than
not hard to outdo last night's home plate umpire.
Right. 1-1 pitch from Lally is up high for a ball. 2-1 count now. Both of those balls this plate appearance have been in identical spots. Two-1 pitch is up high again, and it's 3-1.
Yeah, Chittum is not the tallest guy, and then he gets down in a spread out stance, which makes his strike target look even smaller. Lolly's missed up a couple pitches.
Hitters count here for Chittum. It's low for ball 4, and Joshua starts game 2 with a 5-pitch walk.
Bertner, we did hold hitless last night and actually struck him out 3 times, so we had a pretty good recipe pitching to Bertner.
Righty on lefty here. Hank Berkner, the right fielder tonight. And a hard hit ball into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Chittum's unable to go to third, so runners at first and second here for Joshua to start this ball game out tonight. The runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the first.
That's going to bring Massey to the plate. He had an RBI double last night, and we know he's one of their top hitters. Came into this series really on fire.
Number 1, Gavin Massey.
We could use a ground ball double play right here. Collins playing up in front of the bag. I don't see them bunting with the 3-hitter.
First pitch to Massey was a breaking ball, skied high into left field. Luke Esquivel is there and makes the casual catch, and Grapevine Mustangs really needed that out. There's one down here at the top of the first.
Yeah, always good to retire the 3-hole hitter, especially when he's been stroking the ball like Massey has.
Trevor Hernandez.
And here comes Trevor Hernandez, the cleanup hitter for the Owls tonight.
We held him hitless last night also.
First pitch to Hernandez, breaking ball in there for a strike.
Stay in there.
Lally kicks and fires. Fastball spoiled away off the right side.
Huge velocity change in Lolly's curveball and fastball. I guess that curveball is coming in around 70, and we know his fastball is right around 90, 91. No surprise that Hernandez was late on that last pitch after seeing the curveball with the first pitch.
0-2 pitch coming to Hernandez. Low for a ball.
Yeah, good spot right there, 0-2.
Just below the strike zone there. Very competitive pitch there by Lally Esquivel. The 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, blooped into center field. That's
May
going
have
to
a play at
drop.
second. Oh, okay, no.
So the bases are juiced. Good base running there by the Owls.
Just 2 soft line drives that just outside the reach of our infielders. For a second, I thought we might have a play at second base. That runner at first had to hold up and make sure that ball fell before he could go.
If there was ever a time for Grapevine to turn a double play, now would be the time. Hunter Strebeck, number 21, digs in here. And he watches a pitch go outside of the batter's box for strike one, for ball one, excuse me.
Yeah, strikeout will be huge.
Breaking ball, and Trebek was way out in front of that one.
Yeah, Lawley's got a good one early.
Be ready, D.
1-1 count. 1 out in the inning. Bases are loaded. Huge spot here for Grapevine early. Fastball in there for strike 2.
See what he goes at him with here.
A 1-2 pitch. Spoiled away back behind the bleachers here.
Yeah, went with a fastball right there.
Go, Lyle, you got this. Let's pitch right here.
I tried to elevate that fastball. A little harder to catch up to it.
Esquivel, breaking ball. He wanted it, but he held back.
Let's go.
Nice block right there by Gianni. We're going to check for a swing, but yeah, not much of an attempt.
Yeah. 2-2 count here.
Let's go, Levin. Just a pitch. Let's go.
Big spot early here for the Mustangs. Bases loaded and 1 out.
2-2 pitch. Breaking
There it
ball
is.
in there for strike 3. A huge out there by Lally Esquivel.
Just locked him up right there with an excellent curveball.
Now batting for Joshua, number 9.
Right down the heart of the plate, too.
Yeah, the hitter knew he was in trouble.
So a big spot here for the Owls. And number 9, Landon Lilligore. 2 outs, the bases are loaded. Fastball in there for strike 1.
Yeah, we've seen Lawley work out of a lot of jams like this. Hope he can do it one more time.
0-1 pitch to Lilligore. He got him.
You know when Lawley loses his hat like that, he didn't leave anything behind. He's bringing it all to the plate.
0-2 count here.
That seems to happen about 4 or 5 times a game, and my guess is those fastballs are a mile or 2 more than his typical fastball.
0-2 pitch up high. Ali Esquivel trying to work himself out of this bases loaded jam. The 1-2 pitch, it's low for a ball 2.
Well, that Lilligore with all fastballs so far. Let's see if he tries to change it up here with a curveball.
You're exactly right, but it missed low.
Yeah, nice block again by Gianni. But 3-2 count. Got to go get him.
Full count right here. The bases are loaded.
Runners will be moving on the pitch.
Ali struck him out swinging. We're headed to the bottom of the first. Lolly Esquivel all jacked up on Mountain Dew. He left the bases loaded, and the Grapevine Bats will get a chance to take an early lead. You're watching Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio. Bottom of the first inning here as we return to action at Pioneer Stadium. Hunter Paris alongside Jeff Knipper. What a great job by Lolly Esquivel. He got himself into a bases-loaded jam, but got out of it with 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, hopefully the Mustang hitters can parlay that momentum into some early runs.
Luke Esquivel in the box now, and he watches ball 1 down low.
Just watching Cody Rogers. He doesn't have quite the velocity that Jackson Philpaul had yesterday.
That's down low for ball 2.
So I would look for the Mustangs to definitely have more contact.
Rogers likes to work quickly, and that's low. Ooh, looked a little low for a ball there, but called strike 1.
Yeah, Luke shook his head at that one. That did look definitely below the knees. Tough play.
High chopper here to shortstop. Luke's on his horse. Is he there in time? Yes, he is. Grapevine with a man on first base at their first at-bat tonight.
Yeah, that took a big hop, and I knew Luke had a chance to beat it out. He gets down the line well. Shortstop set back on that a tad. I'm not sure if he could have came and got on a short hop.
Here comes Zach Goldstein.
Not sure what the umpires are discussing there.
Goldstein in center field tonight. It was a good job by Nate Chittum to attack that at shortstop. But throw just a bit behind Luke Esquivel. First pitch, it got behind him. Luke Esquivel is going to have a free base.
Yeah, that's one way to advance the runner. Zach squared like he was going to bunt. Not sure if he was going to bunt or he just was going to give Luke a chance to steal a base.
So 1-0 count.
May see a bunt here, though, with nobody out and a runner at second.
Second pitch to Goldstein, low for ball 2.
Here the Mustang fans cranking it up.
A lot of energy in this ballpark tonight. 2-0 pitch, low once again. 3-0 now to Goldstein.
Yeah, all three of them have missed low and actually bounced in.
.30 pitch coming to Luke Goldstein. That's in there for a strike. He knew it too.
Yeah, he was definitely taken there in a 3-0 spot. May try and lay down a bunt here if he gets a strike.
He lays down a bunt, a beautiful bunt.
Wow.
Everybody's going to be safe.
No way they were going to make the play on that.
No.
Hug the line right there. Interestingly, they chose to keep the third baseman back. You're never going to be able to make that play if you don't bring that third baseman in. And even then, it was too good a bunt. That was a clean hit right there.
Here comes the Boz, Jarrett Boswell.
Jarrett had that triple in the first inning last night, but otherwise was fairly quiet at the plate.
First pitch to him, and this one's going to be coming back towards us.
It's out of play. I had to look up and find that one. I didn't want to get hit on the head.
Well, it was close. Oh, 1 pitch now. Nobody out. Runners at first, at third here for Grapevine. This one spoiled away once again back into the trees. So Rogers out in front of the Boz here, 0-2. .02 pitch, breaking ball, double play opportunity here for Joshua. They turn the double play, but Grapevine gets on the board. It's 1-0.
Yeah, Jarrett hit that ball hard and just tailor-made double play when you do get the run across, even though Jarrett won't get the RBI. Mustangs get on the board early, and that's always a good thing.
PA announcer, a new one from last night. It's Lally Esquivel, excuse me. And they call them Lale once again. First pitch to Lally. And it's up high for a ball. 2 out now in the inning. Grapevine up 1-0. Good to see Grapevine get an early lead here in this ballgame.
Definitely. When you're down 0-1 in the series, you try to avoid a deficit in game 2.
Third pitch to Lally, and that's in there for a strike as well. It's a 1-2 count. Rogers works really, really fast.
And Philpott did the same thing. I'm sure the coach teaches that.
That's low for a ball, and fortunately for Joshua, nobody's on base.
Yeah, you got to get ready. When you get in the box, that pitch is coming.
Four combined hits for these teams in the first inning. That's low for a ball. How about a full count?
Center fielder's playing really shallow.
Full count. This one, weak dribbler into left field, and an easy play for Nate Chittum as he ranges back towards his right. Grapevine strikes first. It's 1-0. We head to the top of the second here at Pioneer Stadium. You're watching Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio.
They call it the big time. Got your name in lights. Now you're gonna shine.
Leading off for Joshua.
Headed to the top of the second here in Boswell Pioneer Stadium. Leading off for the Owls is number 5, the 7-hole hitter, Thomas Rodriguez.
Yeah, nice for the Mustangs to get on an early lead. It looked like they had a chance to get more there, but at least they pushed one across.
High pitch up there, in for strike 1. Rodriguez took a healthy hack at that one. Breaking ball just low for ball 1.
Rodriguez was hitless last night. He did score a run.
1-1 pitch, low for ball 2. Grapevine trying to force a game 3 on these Joshua Owls. That's in there for strike 2.
Yeah, good fastball right there. For the most part, I'd like to see him attack the bottom half of the lineup with that fastball. That is his best pitch.
That's right. That's that bottom line of the strike zone, but low for a ball.
Yeah, you could tell Lolly wanted that call. Turned his back on the throwback from Gianni. Fortunately, Gianni didn't put any heat on it.
It's something I noticed last night. Gianni usually throws the ball back pretty hard to the pitcher. This is a fly ball routine play here for Grapevine's number 1, Luke Esquivel. Second play he's had to make out there tonight on lazy fly balls. And there's one down in the top of the second.
Yeah, you could tell when Gianni's a little frustrated. That ball may come back to the pitcher harder than it came in. Wisenant was also hitless last night.
First pitch to him and low for a ball. He is the designated hitter.
Go, Law. Get ahead. Stay ahead now.
That is low for ball 2 of the at-bat.
Yeah, they are making Lolly work a good bit here early, having to go deep into some counts. Certainly is going to have an effect on the pitch count and may limit how many innings he's going to have in him.
3-0 count, right down Broadway for strike 1. Routine play here for the first baseman, Jarrett Boswell. Flips it over to Lally, and there's out number 2. Good job by Lally Esquivel, fighting back after going down 3-0.
Yeah, you definitely didn't want to walk that guy.
Now batting for Joshua, the left fielder.
Here comes Cooper Bosher, who had that double last night. And Jeff, you mentioned in the pregame show, Grapevine had trouble retiring the 7, 8, 9 hole hitters in the ball game last night, which is never a good thing.
Yeah, Bosher had 2 hits. The 6-hole hitter, Lilligore, also had 2 hits.
Hard hit ball, but routine play here for Will Newton. He flips it over to Boswell, and Grapevine heads to the bottom of the second, retaining that 1-0 lead. We'll be right back. You're watching Mustang Baseball Live here on Tradio.
You're just trying to find a way out. I don't want to tell you how to live, but I just don't want you to miss. And I don't mean to scare you. I want you to live, and I dare you to give this life all you have. Yeah, all you
Number 24, Gianni Corral will lead off the Mustang effort here in the bottom of the second. Mustangs with that early 1-0 lead.
Gianni had 2 hits last night, and he's been hitting well for all season, so no surprise that he had 2 hits last night.
Breaking ball outside to make it 2-0. Sky fly ball. It is in foul territory, and a nice play by the third baseman, Landon Lilligore, as he retires Gianni Corral.
Very late adjustment there on that ball. The wind was probably moving it a bit. Just hoping that one would fall. Colin got on base 3 out of 4 plate appearances last night. He had a hit and 2 walks.
First pitch to him, right at the belt for strike 1.
So productive game offensively last night for Colin.
He spoils one off, hit his bat after hitting the ground. Funny little play there. Now he's down 0-2.
Yeah, that was odd. You don't see that happen very often.
Landon Powers on the on-deck circle here. 0-2 pitch, chopper foul. Park a lazy fly ball over to the second baseman, Hunter Strabeck, and he's retired for the second out of the inning. So very quickly here, Grapevine down to their last out here in the bottom half of the second. With how long the first inning was, this second inning has been really, really quick.
Yeah, you like to slow it down here a bit.
In there for ball 1 against Powers.
Spot where you might just take a pitch just to give your pitcher more of a break in the dugout.
That's right now Broadway for strike 1. 1-1 count now. It's outside for ball 2. Deal from Rogers, and that looked a little low to me, Jeff.
Yeah.
It's in there for strike 2.
Yeah, he's been calling that low strike, and I'd say a little lower than what a hitter would like. If you're a pitcher, you like that.
2-2, that one was really low. No way he could have called that one a strike. It's a full count now here for Powers. Rogers has worked quickly here in this inning. Trying to go 3 up, 3 down. Here comes the 3-2 pitch, and it's low for ball 4. And a 2-out walk is issued to Thomas Powers.
Yeah, good job by Thomas making him throw some pitches right there. And maybe we can make that 2-out walk hurt.
Here comes Connor Ray now.
Connor had a hit last night.
It's low for a ball.
He was at the plate last night when the game ended, and those last 2 runs that the Owls picked up proved to be very costly.
Yes, they did.
Should get out of play.
Foul ball down the left field side. Hard to see from our vantage point.
Yeah, we're blocked by the dugout, and there is a lot of room in foul territory. We mentioned that last night.
One count. In there for strike 2, and the Grapevine fans don't agree with it.
Yeah, if it was a strike, it caught the corner.
That one bounces in. Throw down here into the outfield. But they'll only get 1 base. I like the attempt that Thomas Rodriguez did to try and deke out Thomas Powers.
Yeah, I saw that. He tried to act like it got by him. But good job by Thomas right there, breaking on that ball down in the dirt. He didn't wait to see if the catcher was going to get it. He just took that chance, and with 2 outs, it's a good time to take a chance like that.
Hard hit ball into left field.
He's coming.
Rounding third is Powers. Here comes the throw. Is it in time? No, it's not. A stand-up RBI double from Connor Ray. And Grapevine extends the lead to 2-0.
So Mustangs make him pay for that 2-out walk. Big hit right there by Connor Ray. We talked about it last night. He's been hitting really well for the last 6 weeks. This is Mustang baseball I'm used to, Hunter. Scratching every inning or most innings. They don't get shut down too many innings in a row.
Here comes Brady Boozer. High fly ball to the shortstop. Easy work there for Nate Chittum. And he's retired, but damage has been dealt. 2-0 is the score as we head to the top of the third. You're watching Mustang Baseball Live here on Radio. Top of the third inning. Mustangs up 2-0 after scratching a 2-out double, RBI double to extend that 2-0 lead. Breaking ball way out in front of it was Nate Chittum, the leadoff batter.
Yeah, good pitch right there by Lolly. Chittum did walk in his first plate appearance.
No 1 pitch to Chittum, and that was low, a little too low to be called a strike.
Yeah, Lolly has looked like he's wanting some of those calls, unless he's just frustrated with himself.
Chittum fires this one in. Excuse me, Lally fired it in to make it a 1-2 count.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't too low right there. That's waist high.
Chittum walked his first at bat, ended up being stranded on third after Esquivel got out of that bases loaded jam.
Well, he really spreads out in that batter's box. Lowers his target.
Ball hit into center field. Ranging back on it is the center fielder, Zach Goldstein, and he makes the play for out one of the inning.
Now batting for Joshua, the right fielder, number 23. Hank.
Here comes Hank Berkner, the right fielder.
Yeah, he had a soft line drive single in his first at bat, and right after I mentioned we struck him out 3 times last night. I mean,
He heard you.
Yeah.
First pitch was in there at the knees, 4-strike. Breaking ball pitch that didn't break.
Yeah, he must have lost his grip right there. It didn't look like his normal snap.
Fired in for a ball. Got a piece of that one that time, but fouled away towards the right side. It's a 2-2 count now.
Yeah, way out in front of that fastball right there. I'd be tempted to come back with a curveball as much as he was out in front of that fastball.
Two pitch from Lally Esquivel. Breaking ball just like you called it, but it was low for a ball.
So another full count. Looks like Lolly's had a lot of those here early.
Kicks and fires and hit it off his foot, it looked like a little bit.
Yeah, that one stung a little bit. Even the shin pad wouldn't have helped there. You'd have to have the top of the cleat covered.
Full count now. And he got him swinging. Had him chopping at wood right there.
Good spot. He was coming inside with that fastball, and then right there just went on that outside half, and Berkner was definitely off, not on that pitch.
No. So with Berkner retired, here comes Gavin Massey, the first baseman. Batting in the 3-hole tonight.
Yeah, he flied out to left in his first at bat. Actually hit a first pitch. I think it might have been a breaking pitch.
This one's lined right back to Lally Esquivel, and he's going to flip it over to first for another 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the third. Mustangs still with that 2-0 lead. We'll be right back from Boswell. Bottom of the third here at Boswell High School, and top of the order coming up for these Mustangs. Luke Esquivel steps in the left-handed batter's box.
Now Luke had a single and scored in that first inning. That's another hit. No, right at him.
Right at the second baseman, Hunter Strebick, for the first out of the inning. One pitch, one out there for Cody Rogers.
Kind of caught that one off the end of the bat. It didn't quite have the zip off the bat that it looked like.
It looked good coming off the bat for just a second. And easy work there for Strebick. This one's low for ball one.
Zach had that bunt base hit in his first at bat. Had a hit up the middle last night, I recall.
2-0 pitch to him. This one's out of play. Lost it there for a second.
We had a good cut at that. Well, his outfielders are playing shallow. If you can burn him in the gap, especially with Zach's speed, he's got a shot at a triple.
2-1 pitch in there for a strike.
Wow, that looked up.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Zach didn't like the call.
Two-two pitch, breaking ball. Will be in the field of play, and a nice play there by Trevor Hernandez to retire Goldstein for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, that was an off-speed pitch right there. Got Zach out in front of it.
Here comes the Boz, Jarrett Boswell. Lolly Esquivel in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, Jarrett doesn't have an RBI to show for it, but okay, that's going to be
skied into right field. Coming on to make the plays, Hank Berkner. And the Mustangs go 1-2-3 again, headed to the top of the fourth. Mustangs still with that 2-0 lead. We'll be right back from Pioneer Stadium.
They call it the big time. Got your name in lights. Now you're gonna shine. Got 'em in your sights.
After a long first inning, these last two innings have flown by. We're at the top of the fourth inning now. Joshua down 2-0 to your Grapevine Mustangs.
Yeah, I felt like there was only about 10 pitches thrown total in that last inning. Some very quick outs.
First pitch by Esquivel of the fourth inning is in there for a strike.
Good start to the game for the Mustangs, though. Nice to be playing with a lead.
This one fouled back, and down early 2-0 is Trevor Hernandez. Trevor Hernandez, the starting catcher tonight for the Owls. Oh, 0-2 pitch, breaking ball, spoiled away.
Yeah, good spot right there, 0-2. Hernandez is the cleanup hitter, so Have to assume he's got a good bat.
Another breaking ball pitch. Soft dribbler over there to Will Newton. He tosses it on to Boswell. And there's the first out of the inning for the Mustangs.
Nice play right there by Will. A little similar to a play that we didn't make last night that proved costly.
Now batting, second baseman, number 21, Hunter Strubeck.
Here comes Hunter Strubeck with one out in this inning. Hey, Grapevine playing a much cleaner baseball game so far here tonight. There's a breaking ball, and Strubeck was way out in front of
it. Yeah, that's what we're used to seeing from the Mustangs. That's probably 3 errors has got to be probably their highest all season, would be my guess.
Check swing. He did not go around. It's 1-1.
Have a little bit of trouble getting the signs in here.
Coach is using that new technology.
Well, I thought they were, but actually right now it looks like we're having to go the old-fashioned way.
Breaking ball called high, 2-1.
Okay, he does have some type of
got the walkie
remote control there.
In there for a strike. Caught the bottom half of the zone right there, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, good pitch.
Not sure where that one missed right there. 3-2 is the count now.
Yeah, again, Lawley, I think, wanted that call.
Good eye by Strubeck. 3-2 pitch. Dribbler over to shortstop. Fired over to first base. Nice job by Jarrett Boswell to make the play. 2 down here in the top of the fourth.
Yeah, great job by Connor coming to get that ball and throw it on the run. Makes it look easy, but it's not an easy play.
Landon Lilligore steps in the batter's box now.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier, he was one of the Owls that had 2 hits last night.
And he hits one to Connor Ray. Ray over to Boswell. Boswell can't make the scoop at first base, and that's going to be the first error of the night for the Mustangs. Felt like Connor may have rushed that throw a little bit right there, and a tough play for Boswell.
Yeah, Connor had time, just didn't get it all the way there, and Jarrett couldn't come up with the scoop. I think Jarrett would tell you he probably should have picked that ball, but definitely a one-hop throw, and the error will be charged to Connor. You do get a little, well, you get a lot more consistent hop on that turf. In fact, you'll see infielders on the left side throw one-hoppers over there because it's such a predictable hop.
Breaking ball pitch. Hit to the Grapevine dugout. Thomas Rodriguez now in the box. Owls trying to get a 2-out rally for themselves. Low for a ball there. One pitch, 2 outs here in the top of the fourth inning. Esquivel kicks, fires. Hit to Connor Ray again, the third straight at bat, and he flips it over to his partner in crime, Will Newton, for the third out of the inning. So the error doesn't end up coming to bite Grapevine in the back. They still lead 2-0. Headed to the bottom of the fourth here in Boswell. We'll be right back.
Thin our blood. There's strength in our blood. You're one of us. You're one of us. We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. We are legendary. Living extraordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. You will remember our names. You will remember our names.
Lolly Esquivel up to bat here for the Grapevine Mustangs as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning.
Leading off for the Mustangs.
Grapevine playing a great game so far here. Up 2-0. Scored the first 2 runs in the first and second inning. Trying to pad that lead right now.
Yeah, Lolly's really pitching well. The only 2 hits they have were soft. They hit balls that just happened to fall just over the infield. They haven't really hit any balls hard yet off Lolly.
Second pitch here to Lolly. Skied high into right center field. Nice job by Berkner to call off his center fielder Rodriguez, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting for Grapevine, the catcher, number 24, Gianni Corral.
Here comes Gianni Corral trying to get something going for the Mustangs here. Both offenses have kind of calmed down a little bit after the first 2 innings.
Yeah.
And here's a hard hit ball to third base. Easy work there for Joshua. Gets it over to first to retire Corral for the second out of the inning.
Started to say there hasn't been a hit here in the third or the fourth inning yet. All the hits came in the first 2 innings.
And credit goes to Cody Rogers. He's working fast right here, and it's been working for him, at least in the last couple of innings. Here comes Colin Park, playing third base tonight. Was over at second last night. This was low for ball 1.
Again, this is, you want to try and extend this inning any way you can. Give Lolly a little bit more of a rest in the dugout.
Two-0 pitch to Colin is low for ball 3.
A walk would certainly do that.
Grapevine got their second run on a 2-out walk. That one's in there for a strike.
Colin did have 2 walks last night.
He spoils this one foul off the right side.
Yeah, it was really late there.
Go, 3-2 pitch. Spoiled away once again. Rogers already ready to go. He does not take long at all.
Yeah, you got to get in the box and get ready to swing.
Another foul ball here. Nice job by Thomas Powers.
You know, he hit 2 at the Joshua dugout, so he figured he'd hit 1 at the Mustang dugout, trying to even things up.
Another 3-2 pitch. He blew it right by him, and we're headed to the top of the 5th. Mustangs still with a 2-0 lead. You're watching Mustang Baseball Live here on Radio. Top of the 5th inning. We're moving along here quick, Jeff. Mustangs lead 2-0, and here comes the DH, Callan Wisenhunt.
Yeah, these last 2 innings have flown by. We're on pace for a sub 2-hour game right now. Only an hour into the game, and here we are in the top of the 5th inning.
First pitch swinging by Wisenhunt. Nice job ranging back there from his shortstop position is Connor Ray to make the play. 1 down here in the top of the 5th.
Now batting for Joshua, the left fielder number 2, Cooper Boston.
That seems to be the magic plug.
First pitch dribbled over to first base, and it is a foul ball. It's a 0-1 count here early on Cooper Bosher.
Yeah, Jarrett's hugging that line on first base over there. And almost got an easy out right there.
Breaking ball pitch, and Bosher watched it land right at the knees. It's 0-2. This is where Grapevine had problems last night retiring the 9-hole hitter. Ended up coming to bite him a little bit last night. Pitch is just low for ball 1.
Yeah, good spot right there, 0-2. Just looking around the stands tonight, we've got a lot of Mustang alumni parents here. I know Dason Hill's parents are here.
Dr. K's parents. This one's dribbled over. Easy play for Newton, and he retires after taking a little bit more time than fans probably wanted to see, but he gets him in time for out number 2.
Yeah, good start.
Close play over there, but yeah, great start to this top half of the 5th. And Lyle Esquivel has flown right by these couple of innings here.
It'd be nice for him to have like a 8-pitch inning.
This one's dribbled up the middle, and that's going to be in for a base hit. Well, I definitely jinxed him right there. The old announcer's jinxed, and Nate Chittum, the leadoff hitter, at the top of this lineup, is on first with a 2-out single.
Yeah, he's been a tough out for us in both games so far. Chittum walked in his first at bat.
Pickoff throw there. Nice job by Boswell to field that one.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, honestly, if Jarrett caught it or the runner caught it.
Either way, it didn't get past him. Breaking ball pitch in there for strike 1.
Yeah, good idea to keep Chittum close, though, because if you're going to try and steal a base, this is a spot where you might try and do it with 2 outs. Chittum is the leadoff hitter and shortstop, so you got to assume he's a pretty good runner.
He gets a big lead off as Berkner takes strike 2.
Wally got him on that fastball on the outer half his last time up. See what he goes with here, 0-2.
0-2 count. Esquivel kicks, fires. It's spoiled away back behind into the trees.
Oh, wow. Gianni just threw one of those rifle shots that went to center field. I'm thinking Gianni didn't want that pitch in that location it came. It might have been his sign back to Lolly, hey, hit my mitt next time, because I felt like that pitch was too good, 0-2.
And another 0-2 pitch here from Esquivel. Staring into the glove of Gianni Corral. He kicks and fires.
Running.
Breaking ball pitch. It's hit right to the shortstop. Trying to get him over in time, and he does. Great job right there by Connor Ray. They gave up a 2-out single, but no harm, no foul. Grapevine goes to the bottom of the 5th, up 2-0. You're watching Mustang Baseball Live here on Radio. bottom of the 5th inning here at Pioneer Stadium. Leading off for the Mustangs, designated hitter Thomas Powers. He fires low for a ball.
Thomas started that 2-out rally in the bottom of the 2nd inning with a walk and came around to score on that double by Connor Ray.
Rogers 1-0 pitch really high for ball 2. Mustangs trying to string across a couple more runs for run support for Lally Esquivel.
Again, they're having trouble throwing strikes to him. He finds himself ahead 3-0, and I'm sure he'll be taken right here.
3-0 pitch to Powers. It's in there for a strike. Grapevine fans even thought that was high.
They may be a little biased.
3-1 up high for ball 4, and Thomas Powers draws a walk to start the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, no doubt about that last pitch.
That is the Grapevine, the shortstop, number 7, Connor Ray.
See what Coach Webster opts to do right here if he has Connor Bunton.
First pitch in there for strike 1.
Yeah, he was swinging right there.
Up high for a ball. I want to give a big shout out to everybody watching out there, all 341 of you.
That's awesome.
Big shout out to our producer, Tim Polster. Cameraman, Gavin Winders.
Get through.
That's going to get through. You're exactly right, Jeff. Thomas Powers has to hold up at second. Great piece of hitting right there for Connor Ray.
Yeah, Connor just found that hole on the right side. The second baseman was shading the middle right there. And with that first baseman holding the runner, he didn't have a chance at it. The ball was not hit hard, but just well placed. So that's Connor's second hit tonight.
This is exactly the situation you want. If you're Grapevine, you're getting great production from the back half of your lineup. Here comes Brady Boozer, and you get your one-hole hitter, Luke Esquivel, in that on-deck circle right now.
Yeah, we'll see what the Mustangs opt to do right here, but it is a bunting situation. If you can get 2 runners in scoring position for Luke, that would be ideal. Owls are playing up on the corners expecting a bunt. Yep.
And they are going to show the bunt, and it's just foul.
Yeah, got to get that ball, the bat out in front of the plate there. Just not a good angle to get that bunt down.
Down that first base side. Go right.
0-1 count here to Boozer. Shows bunt again, and it holds back. It bounced in front of the plate. And how about this? It's going to advance both runners anyway.
Great base runner right there by Thomas Powers. That ball did not get away far, but he took off and gets there. So now we don't have to give up an out. That's actually the second time he's broke on a ball in the dirt like that. He got to second when he walked in the second inning. A little shaken up there on the slide. I think he's going to be all right.
Infield is going to congregate here on the pitching mound. Cody Rogers has pitched very well tonight. He's given up 4 hits.
Give a shout out to Trey Bell, who I'm sure is out there watching. His daughter graduated from OU today, and
Boomer.
So he's got more important things to do tonight. But I know he's watching the game up there in Norman and rooting for these Mustangs.
We'll miss you down here, Trey. 1-1 pitch. It's outside for a ball. Nice job by Hernandez to get to that pitch. And watch out here. Rogers bobbled the catch. on the return back to the mound, but no harm, no foul.
Yeah, the Owls are on the green part of the turf all around the infield. They don't want to spot the Mustangs another run right here.
2-1 pitch on the way to Boozer. He watches it go high for ball 3. So all of a sudden, Cody Rogers, one pitch away from loading the bases with no outs here.
Yeah, and he's going to come at him here. Brady gets a good pitch.
3-1 pitch, check swing, and it's ball 4.
Good eye right there. I started to say if he gets a good pitch right here, tee off on it. Yeah, we're going to get a mound visit.
And this is the exact situation you want if you're Grapevine. Top of the order coming up, bases juiced for Luke Esquivel.
Nobody out. That might be my favorite part of it.
It was recovered on the grass.
Coach Webster is going to bring his guys up as well.
Of the first base dugout, and I believe it made along.
PA announcer announcing that a phone was found here at Pioneer Stadium. But Joshua has bigger problems.
And
down 2-0 right now.
Pinging the phone as we speak.
Bases juiced. Nobody out. Mustangs up 2-0.
Luke had a hit in his first at bat. Be a great time to pick up that second hit tonight.
Left fielder, number 1.
Here comes Luke Esquivel.
Playing him a long way off the line in right field.
If he's able to rip one down there, I can see these bases clearing. First pitch to him, lined up the middle, it's through. Powers around third, he's gonna score. Here comes Connor Ray, he's into a 2 RBI single for Luke Esquivel.
Great job right there by Luke hitting that ball up the middle, but I got to tell you, if the infielders are back, that's a potential double play ball. That second baseman most likely makes that play on that ball. So, you know, you take that gamble. When you bring that infield in, the hitter's batting average goes up about 100 points. They just don't have the same range. But I understand why they would do it, already down 2-0.
The runners on first and third right here. Mustangs now up 4-0, and that pitch is low for ball 1. Mustangs just 6 outs away from advancing to a game 3 tomorrow. They've been in control this whole game.
It'd be great to pick up another insurance run or 2 right here.
Stoppage in play there as ball got onto foul territory over there in right field.
Zach had that bunt base hit. They're going to break for second.
And here's a little dribbler over to shortstop. And Luke Esquivel stole second base, and they're going to double him up right here. Just very unfortunate right there for Grapevine.
Yeah, just bad luck. Luke broke early,
Ladies and gentlemen,
and no way he could get back right there.
concession stand. We only have cheeseburgers and nachos left.
So very unfortunate right there if you're Grapevine. Opportunity with nobody out, runners on first and third. Ended up a double play. I mean, Luke Esquivel took off before the pitch was even out of the hands of Cody Rogers.
Yeah, there's no way he could get back.
0-2, first pitch of this at-bat to Jarrett Boswell. Spoils it away, it's 0-1.
Yeah, good cut by Jarrett, but man, that ball is down there around his ankles, it looks like.
Oh, 0-1 pitch to the Bos, high for ball 1.
Some activity over there in the Owls bullpen.
Went golfing there on the 1-1 pitch. It's 1-2 now. Good pitch right there by Rogers.
Yeah, nothing you can be able to do with that if you hit it. Jared helped him out there. It wasn't a strike.
1-2 pitch. Rogers trying to limit the damage here in the bottom of the fifth.
That's a
hard
base hit.
Ball into center field. It's going to get down.
Great job right there by Jarrett picking up that run there with 2 outs.
An RBI single for Jarrett Boswell. That allows number 9 Brady Boozer to get home for the 5th run of the night for the Grapevine Mustangs.
Great job of hitting. Just went with that pitch away from it and dumped it out there in left center.
Here comes your pitcher tonight for the Mustangs, Lolly Esquivel. 3 spot here in the bottom of the 5th for Grapevine. Much needed run support. And he hits one to shortstop, and a nice play there made by Chittum on to Strebick for the final out of the inning. But the damage has been dealt. 5-0 as we head to the top of the 6th here at Boswell. We'll be right back. You're watching Mustang Baseball Live here on Radio.
We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. We are legendary. Living extraordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. You will remember our names. You will remember our names. My bones are hard to break. I can feel when the earth begins to shake. I've been waiting for this change. Come down below. Come down below. It's so low. We are breaking out from these chains. We are taking down the locks on this cage.
Leading off the top of the 6th here for Joshua. Number 1, Gavin Massey, their 3-hole hitter. As they look to try and claw back into this one, down 5-0. First pitch there by Lolly Esquivel, and he thought it was a strike, and the umpire does not agree.
Yeah, just taking a peek at Lolly's pitch count. He's at 74 pitches now, so if he could have another quick inning, could definitely go back out in the 7th.
Hard thrown fastball. Nice play there made by your 3rd baseman, Colin Park, over to Boswell, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting catcher.
Mustangs just 5 outs away here from advancing to that Game 3 tomorrow at 1 p.m. right here in Boswell.
Hernandez did have a hit earlier in the game. One of only 3 hits for the Owls so far.
Hernandez, the catcher, faces the 1-0 pitch. This one's chopped to shortstop. Nice play made there by Connor Ray over to Boswell, and that's the second out of the inning.
Yeah, certainly like the way this inning has started.
Batting for Joshua, the second baseman, number 21, Hunter Strubeck.
Here comes Hunter Strebeck trying to get something started for these Owls with 2 outs, and this one skied high into center field. Coming on and calling off his shortstop is Goldstein, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. Very quick work there for Lolly Esquivel. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. Mustangs still up 5-0. You're watching Mustang Baseball live here on Radio. Bottom of the 6th inning here at Pioneer Baseball Stadium, and Grapevine with that 5-0 lead, looking at a little bit more to it. Gianni Corral steps into the box against a new pitcher, number 17, Colton Burks, checks into the game for Boswell. Excuse me.
That's well
for
hit.
Joshua. That was a nice hit into left center field, and that one's going to get down. Corral's on his horse. He rounds third, gives a good look at it. He's going for the triple. He's got to get down. Is he there in time? Yes, he is. Gianni Corral gets up, pumps his chest to the dugout, and he's got starts off this inning with a triple.
Yeah, even though we send a courtesy runner in for Gianni, he can run. Just give that catcher a break. Showed his wheels right there getting to third base. Owls are going to bring the infield in and try and cut down a run on the infield. Started to say we don't have any information on the new pitcher for the Owls, Colton Burks, other than he's a big right-hander.
Yeah, we can tell that.
Yeah, pretty obvious.
He kicks and fires. This one's high. For ball 1 to Colin Park. Park spoils one down the first base side. That's through for a base hit. He rounds first. He's going to second. He's going to be in there. Slides in there for a no-out double. RBI double for Colin Park.
Yeah, found that right field line right there.
Mustangs pouring it on here in the late innings. 6-0 now. Here comes Thomas Powers, the designated hitter.
Never can tell how many you might need here, so keep the pedal to the metal.
And Burke steps off the rubber. He's ready to go now. Looks back to Park and fires the plate, and that was high for a ball. Umpire had to duck out of the way there.
Yeah, not surprised to see us bunting here with the runner at second and nobody out.
Grapevine playing small ball tonight. It's paid off for him. 6-0 lead. There's the bunt. They get the runner. It's going to be a tough play. Is he there in time? No, he's not. He's just out. But still a great bunt there by Thomas Powers. And really a great play by Landon Lilligore, the third baseman for the Joshua Owls. Not an easy play to make there.
Yeah, Thomas did his job right there, and going to bring Connor to the plate, who's already had 2 hits tonight. Another chance to drive in a run.
Thomas comes over to the dugout telling his teammates, I'm so slow. 1-0 pitch, or excuse me, first pitch of the at-bat here to Connor Ray, and that's low for a ball.
Connor drove in that run in the second inning. It was a 2-out single, actually a 2-out double.
This one skied high. This is going to be good enough to score Colin Park. So it's going to be an RBI sac fly for Connor Ray, and the lead is extended to 7-0.
Yeah, good job executing right there. That's one time when you don't mind a fly ball to the outfield. Not going to throw you out from that deep. So that's Connor's second RBI of the night.
Batting right fielder, number 9, Brady Boozer.
Yeah, unless Joshua had El Bombi, Adolis Garcia out there in right field, I think everybody else is scoring on that play. Nice job by Colin Park. Running home for the 7th run of the night for the Mustangs. Only innings that Mustangs have been scoreless in the 3rd and 4th inning. One spot in the 1st and 2nd inning. 5th inning a 3 spot. This inning a 2 spot for those 7 runs. 3-0 count here to the 9-hole hitter Brady Boozer.
Brady walked in his last at bat. And walk again.
So 2-out walk is issued to Brady Boozer. And here comes the top of the lineup for Grapevine, Luke Esquivel.
Batting for the Mustangs, left fielder, number 1, Luke Esquivel.
Here the Mustang faithful have the ball 4, ball 5 chant going.
First pitch of the at-bat. He shuts him up with a strike.
Luke had an RBI single in his last at-bat.
Low for ball 1. 1-1 count now. One pitch high. That's going to be a wild pitch. Nice job by Boozer to take second base and give a good look to third before holding up.
You know, you don't know where Colton Burks ranks in their hierarchy in the bullpen, but the more pitches you make him throw tonight, less likely he's able to pitch tomorrow. So, you know, don't say, hey, we got a 7-run lead. Let's just get this game over. The more pitches you can make him throw, it may have an impact tomorrow.
2-1 pitch into right center
down.
field. That's
That's
going to get down. It'll hop off the wall. Going around second. On his way to third, Luke Esquivel. Stand-up triple. And it's all Grapevine here in game 2. It's 8-0.
The wind has laid down some, and that ball was every bit of about 375. One hopped the wall out there in right center. actually closer to the center field than right center.
Batting for the Mustang center fielder, number 2, Zach Goldstein.
Hard to think he's only a freshman, Jeff.
Yeah, what's he going to look like as a senior?
In there for strike 1 to Goldstein.
That's
This
well
one,
hit.
hard hit into right field. Back on it is Bertner. He can't make the play. Another RBI.
Could be another triple.
Another triple. He's going to get waved. No, he got waved and then got held up at third. Another triple. How about the third triple in this inning?
That's crazy.
Unreal.
How many innings do you see with 3 triples, much less 2?
And
So
now-
again, I mentioned earlier, their outfielders were playing shallow. If we could hit some balls to the wall, I knew we'd leg out a triple, especially the guys that can run like Zach.
Mound visit coming here for Joshua. 4 runs in this inning to pad that lead to 9-0. And
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a short limb and say I feel pretty good about this one.
good call there, Jeff. Now, I'm telling you right now, if he's able to get home, if Goldstein's able to get home, I believe that would be ball game.
I
With
believe
10,
you're
yeah.
right. That would be 10 after 5.
10 hits now. That number has ballooned up in this inning alone. Grapevine, 9 runs on 10 hits with 1 error. No runs for Joshua in this one. 3 hits and no errors for them.
Batting for Grapevine, first baseman, number 12,
So Boswell with an opportunity to walk it off right here. Two outs. First pitch of the at-bat by Colton Burks. In there for strike 1.
Let's go, boys.
There is activity again in the Owls bullpen, but I got to believe this is Burke's game to finish.
Second pitch of the at-bat. Not in the zone. It's 1-1. I mean, at this point, you might as well.
Jarrett singled to left in his last at bat for an RBI.
He watches that breaking ball go right down the pipe for strike 2. One-two pitch. Boswell, it hit him. Hit him on the right leg. Goldstein was going no matter what.
Yeah, I think
So we would have.
Zach thought it might have been a pass ball, but yeah, caught him on the front ankle. It can't have felt too good.
Well, here's the pitcher. You could obviously make the case he's the MVP of this game. He's throwing a shutout. Lally Esquivel. He's got a chance to walk it off right here. Runners on first and third with 2 outs.
Yeah, it would be nice actually for Lolly not to have to go back out in the 7th. Save his arm a little.
Breaking ball high for ball 1. One-0 pitch, low for ball 2. And here comes Gianni Corral in the on-deck circle. He started this inning by leading off.
That's right, leadoff triple.
Two-0 pitch here to Lally Esquivel. That one's out. And the other batter's box, it's ball 3.
Yeah, coach may give them the green light right here.
.3-0 pitch, low for ball 4. Here comes the pass ball. Grapevine's going to come home to the plate, and they score the 10th and game-clinching run. That's the end of the ball game here in Boswell.
What a response by the Mustangs tonight. Just couldn't have asked for a better response. They scored in the first inning, scored in the second, then went scoreless in the third and the fourth, and just exploded in that fifth inning with 3 runs. And then came back and finished it off right here in the bottom of the 6th with a 5 spot. Mustangs play game 3 tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and I like where our pitching's at because we're going to have Ben Chin on the mound as the starter, and he was the guy that pitched in that 2nd district game all season. So I know the Owls have put their best 2 starters out there tonight. I looked at their box scores. Cody Rogers and Jackson Philpott were the guys that pitched all their district games as a starter. So I like where we're at from a pitching standpoint, but we got to come out tomorrow night and do the same thing, play defense. Maybe we don't put up 10 runs, but these Mustangs, this is what they've been doing most of the season, just exploding like that, and I like our chances tomorrow.
And it'll be 1 o'clock start here in Boswell. Mustangs, a statement win tonight, 10-0 as they head into game 3. For our executive producer, Tim Polster, our cameraman, Gavin Winders, he was Jeff Knipper. I'm Hunter Paris. Thank you for joining us tonight. We will possibly see you tomorrow for Game 3 at 1 o'clock here in Boswell. If you can't watch the broadcast, make it out here to Boswell to support your Mustangs. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody.